So I lay down and I'm just like, okay, you can cuddle me for a little bit, but I am not spending the night. He's like, okay, I heard you. For the 100th time, you are not spending the night. And as we was like laying there, I ended up falling asleep. Like I legit fell asleep. Miss, I ain't spending the night because I gotta go to work in the morning. I fell asleep. So something like it, I just woke up. It's like I didn't know I was asleep until I woke up. And when I woke up, it was like 3:30 in the morning. And I was just like, I looked at my phone, like, yeah, I gotta go. He was just like, you can stay a little while longer. I was like, no, because I said I was not spending the night. I gotta go. Like, I gotta go, okay? And he's just like, okay, am I gonna see you again? I was like, we'll see. I'm like, we'll see. You know, like I'm getting up, I'm putting my shoes on. And he was just like, yo, this was nice. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And then I was walking to the door. He walked me to the door. And then as I walked through the threshold, I turned around. He tried to give me a kiss. I was like, I gave him a hug. Because I'm just like, this is still new. Still new. And like, I ain't never had nobody whose house I can go to like that. For real, for real. So I'm just like, because with Darian, he ain't had no place to live. He lived with me. So, and then when he wasn't living with me, he was living in a dorm. So I was just like, this is nice. So I ended up walking downstairs, getting in the car, and as I'm driving, I'm just thinking back on the night. I'm just like, all right, that was nice. The girl called in the beginning was a little bit like weird, but he kind of redeemed himself. I'm like, okay, I know a good bit about him at this point, because that nigga was talking. Like, when I say talking, I mean talking. If I didn't know his whole life story, I had the gist of it by the time the night was through. So when I got back to Liz's house in Guyton, I went, took a shower, laid down, and as I'm laying down in the bed, I'm looking at my phone. Remind you, I had blocked Darian at one point. Like he was completely blocked because I did not need him, calling my phone or anything like that. But I eventually unblocked him. I just turned my phone off when I was there. So when I checked to see what time it was, I turned it on because I normally keep my watch on. Like I keep my watch on. So if anything happened, so I had a Samsung. I had a Samsung watch number and a Samsung, phone. So it's like my watch had its own number from my phone. So if I turned my phone off, people still could get to contact me via my watch. So if anything happened, I can still contact people via my watch because it had its own phone line. I did not need my phone to use, the phone or whatever. So when I looked at it, I seen that Darian had sent me a couple of messages, like just wondering what I was doing, saying that he needed to talk to me. It's very important. And then another message was just like, you really told the landlord that you left? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not about to call him, because if I call him after the night I just had, he's just gonna fuck it up. So I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm like, I'm gonna just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Fuck it. So ended up going to sleep. Woke up the next morning. I got like an hour or two. Maybe no, it wasn't even a full 2 hours. I got an hour of sleep before I had to get up and go to work. So I slept, got up, went to work. When I went to work, Ronnie was asking me how the night went, because I texted him and let him know that I was with Marlon while I was there. So it's like he wanted to know all the deets as well as Liz. Like, so I'm walking up into work in our little pod area, and all my little circle of friends came up. So what is like? Ronnie was telling me about y'all events for brunch, and I'm just like, You know what? It has only been 2 days. Brunch happened on a Saturday, and the meetup at his house happened on Sunday. It's just Monday. It does feel long, but it's not long at all. It hadn't been that long. So I'm informing them on my version of brunch, because Brunny had already let them know about his version. He had already let them know about Marlon. So when I'm coming in, I'm just adding a little sugar to what Ronnie had already said. And then they were just like, girl, what you like them? Do you like her? How was last night then? I was just like, well, we did not do anything. We literally ate, watched the movie, and talked. Like, we talked. It was like, you just talked. What time did you leave? You spend the night? I'm like, I did not spend the night. It was like, well, what time did you leave? So I left like 3:30 in the morning. It's like, you might as well should have spent the night. It's like, you went all the way back to Guyton at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I did. Because I told him I wouldn't spend the night. And I didn't spend the night. It was like, you spent the night. I'm like, no. Me spending the night will be me climbing in the bed and then waking up the next morning and coming to work. I did not spend the night. I didn't. I just went over there. We talked for a little, well, for a few. And then I went home. Like, no, I didn't spend the night. So they're just asking me. They were just like, so you like him? Do you like him? I'm like, he okay, but I don't think I want to keep talking to him. And that's when my friend Liz came over. She was just like, girl, if you don't have fun, just have fun. I'm like, I don't know if I'm like ready for this. It's like, who said that you got to be in a relationship, Key? You do not need to be in a relationship. Just have fun. Who said they got to be a boyfriend? Have fun. That's your problem. Every time you meet somebody, you end up in a relationship with them. You do not have to be in a relationship with everybody that you talk to. Just have fun. No expectations. And I'm just like, no, okay, I guess. And then I look at my phone because it started to vibrate, and it's a message from Marlon. He was just like, hey, how, good morning. How's your morning going? I'm like, it's okay. It'll be better if I had some coffee. I'm like, I ain't had my coffee this morning. I'm a little tired. He was like, oh, I apologize for having you out late at night. I mean, you could have just spent the night, but I know you wasn't spending the night. And I was like, as long as you know, as long as you know. So he was just like, how about this? Will this make it better? I'm like, well, what make it better? He was like, check your cash out. I'm like, huh? Sure enough, my cash app dinged. I looked down. He had sent me $100, and it says for coffee. I'm like, Marlon, coffee isn't $100. He's like, well, maybe it'll be coffee for today and the next couple of weeks. You know, coffee for today and the next couple of weeks. And I'm just like, but coffee it's not $100. He's like, okay, for the day and the next couple of weeks. Like, just it's okay. That's what I want to do for you. Just enjoy your coffee. Get some fancy $15 coffee. Don't you drink Starbucks? I'm like, yeah, I drink Starbucks. He's like, all right, get your $15 coffee and just get how many ever 15 cups of coffee you want with $100. I'm like, he's like, it's nothing. I was like, okay. And I looked at Liz. I'm like, Liz, Ronnie. They was like, what? I was like, he just sent me $100. It was like, for what? I was like, he said it's for coffee. I told him that I wish I had my coffee. He sent me $100 and told me to get coffee. She was like, girl, tell him I need some coffee and get him my cash out. I'm like, Liz, oh my God. She's like, what? He's sending you money. He can send me money too. I'm like, Liz, I can just buy you some coffee with this money that he sent me. Like, come on. He's like, that ain't the point. That's not what I mean. If he's sending you money doing all this, I'm like, tell your friends, what about your friends? I'm like, oh my God. No. I'm like, no. And Liz just like looked at me. She was just like, you like him, don't you? I'm like, he okay. He okay. And then my phone vibrated again. I'm looking down thinking that, all right, this is Marlon. We finna continue on this conversation. And when I looked down, I saw that it was Darian calling me. And I'm just like, oh, shit. This nigga done find out about Marlon.